Good morning, everybody. This is the Caffeinated Cooper Show, and I'm so glad that you're here joining me today. This is a fun, full show, and I have an amazing woman in my lobby. I'm going to bring her up in just a second. She is with Rodan and Fields, and that is my favorite skincare company of all times, Rachael Lissman. So I'm going to bring her up. She'll be up in 5 seconds. This absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, blonde bombshell from New York City. How are you?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm energized. I got my caffeine,
Yeah.
and I want to talk about some amazing products. So let's begin with, how did you get started? And can you tell us a little bit about the company's story?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm glad you showed, the Redefine. It's a pretty much our signature line. The company, actually, everyone should probably know who Katie Rodan and Kathy Fields are. They're the creators of the, most popular or most world-renowned acne line, Proactive. So, back in the day, they created that. And about 10 years ago, they decided that they wanted to create a skincare line that actually would reach, the masses, more or less people who are coming into their offices saying, my son or daughter has acne problems, but I have wrinkles and fine lines, and what can I do to help that? And they decided to create their own line of products that would target some of these issues. So, Redefine was created, to target anti-aging and that growing market. And then they created some other products to go along with sensitivity, also another acne line that was potentially geared more towards adults and things like that, and as well as another line that targeted dark marks, including sun damage and age spots and everything. And since then, initially they actually launched in department stores, realized that they were really getting the most, I guess, return from people coming in and getting their friends telling them that they got these great products and coming into the stores. And it wasn't really the people behind the counter selling them the products. It was the friends who were, recommending them. So they also saw the rise of social media happening. Uh, Again, going back, 10 years or so, and they pulled out of department stores and decided to go into a direct sale model. And since then, the company has grown exponentially. And just last year in 2016, we became the number one premium skincare line in actually all of North America.
Yay! Oh, that's fantastic. Well, congratulations. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. I can remember when Proactive first came out, and I was suffering with acne. I had clinically terrible bad acne from 16 to about 24, 25, so almost 10 years. And I'm so thankful that I have a father that's knowledgeable, and he purchased. I mean, he saw it on TV, and it was running. It wasn't on, any of the big marketing TV channels. It was just late night infomercial. And he saw it and he thought, I really don't want her skin to be ruined, and I need something. And I tried it. And after using so many of the clinical, I've never used, well, I won't say any names, but some of the things that I used that were prescription based, they would make everything scaly and dry, and it was terrible. It was almost like I was turning into a dinosaur or something, because it was just so scaly and it felt terrible for my skin, and Proactive felt so great. So then when I found you, and you popped up through a high school friend of mine from way back in the day and said, you've got to try this product.
Mm-hmm.
You turned me on to Rodan and Fields Redefine about 2 years ago. And I love it. I love it. Not only does it target, and you can step in here, but the fine lines and wrinkles, it hydrates, it minimizes pores, and then some. What else does it do?
So the concept behind the company and all the products, really, it's a regimen-based system. So it's really important to have a couple different products within your regimen, and ideally you want to use it 2 times a day, in the morning in the evening before you go to sleep. So, with Redefine, and this goes with all of the regimens, you're going to start out with a wash. In this case, it's a kaolin clay mask. And it feels really nice, as to go on, and it kind of sets in and dries up, and feels like it's doing all good wonders there. And then you're going to wash that off, and then you're going to put a toner. And a toner is really important because that sets up your skin to receive a treatment product. And in this case, it's a pore minimizing toner, so it helps to reduce the size of your pores. And then whether it's in the morning or the evening, you're going to be using some sort of moisturizer. So we have an AM cream and a PM cream. Our AM cream has an SPF in it, which is very important. Clearly one of the biggest, I guess, parts of aging is sun damage, is from the sun. So you want to ensure that you're always protecting yourself in that way. And the PM cream's great. It's very hydrating, which sort of leads me to some other add-on products that the company has since released, realizing that while, yes, these great everyday, regimens are important, we've incorporated a hydration product, which is actually probably one of my favorite new products. I have it here. It's a hydration serum, and it's really smells so nice. It's really easy to use. It actually is dispensed in this dropper, really nice, and it comes already pre-proportioned. You just put it on, and you actually do that after your toner, and then you put your moisturizer on there over it, and it hydrates your skin up to 200%. So it just really, really kind of, and you have the samples there. So yeah.
Okay, so that is this.
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Day 1, day 2, day 3. All right. And you know what? I love how simple the company makes everything to use. As I was showing all the different products, it has the dummy numbers on there. It's got 1, 2, 3 AM, PM. So it's so easy. I have purchased, and because I had terrible acne, because I've had a 2nd-degree sunburn across my entire face when I was 12 years old, from a very early age, I've been looking into skincare products and skincare regimens. And some of them I would have to take a little bit of tape and mark it as to what I needed to do when.
Yeah, no, we make it easy for everybody, knowing that, everyone is sort of on the go, and, they want it pretty much laid out for them, so they don't have to think about it, because every second is important in our days, right?
Yes. It really is. Oh my goodness. Well, fantastic. I put your website there. So if I was to go on your website, what can I find?
So you can find a whole array of products. Again, they're continuously, the doctors are continuously thinking ahead, and just kind of thinking what's the next thing. And last year in 2016 we actually launched one of probably our biggest product launches is our Lash Boost product. And that's a lash serum that gives you longer, darker, fuller looking lashes. In as little as, I would say 6 to 8 weeks, you could see very initial results, but after about 2 to 3 months, some of the before and afters are incredible. Actually, most of the before and afters are truly incredible. I'm always continuously being asked, if false lashes or whatnot. That's a great product as well. You can find that. We're running a special right now where you can actually get 2 of them for 10% off, plus some cosmetic cases to go with. So it's a really great gift idea. I mean, it's probably one of the, I would say, a number 1 gift idea for any sort of sister, mom, aunt, everything. I can't imagine anyone who wouldn't want. And also can use it on your eyebrows as well. For some people who've had, over plucking issues or just thinning of the eyebrows over the course of years, as the kind of times have changed, and different. So it's products as
That's
well.
awesome. So it promotes growth, not only fullness and thickness in the individual hair, but it promotes growth as well.
Correct. It's, yeah, longer, thicker, fuller looking. It's everything between, you know, the eyebrows and the eyelashes. It promotes it. Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
I have two girls now that are teenagers, and
Mm.
they habitually pick on me because, you know, I've gone through the 90s when the tiny, tiny little eyebrows, we plucked them down to like just a line. And so now some parts of the eyebrow doesn't really grow in. And
Oh,
I'm using stencils, I'm using everything I can just to try to look like I have. Now I think it's not the Brooke Shields eyebrows that are in, and it's not the little straight lines. It's kind of like just a nice, natural looking brow. It seems to be in vogue right now. So I'm gonna have to try that product. That's awesome.
yeah.
So let's see, what else? Promotions. You went over the 10% for the eyelash product, which is called what?
It's called Lash Boost.
Lash Boost. Okay, I'm gonna pop that up there. Is there anything else through the holiday season that's running as a promotion?
We also have another product, actually two other products that recently launched at our convention this past year. We have a new serum, which is called Intensive Renewing Serum, and it's packed with retinol and vitamin A. And that is actually available as a promotion coupled with our roller, which is a new roller, which is basically microneedling. Really amps up your results, helping with, you know, sagginess and firms up your skin. There's a promotion right now where you can also get a cosmetic pouch along with that. Very cute. It's like a nice white cosmetic pouch to travel with, or just use at home if you want to store it in. We also have another product called our Bright Eye Complex, which targets more or less, if you think eyes, so dark circles, puffiness, dullness, things like that. I have that actually right here as well. It's a little tube, goes a long way. You put it under your eyes, you know, in the morning and the evening, and it really makes them nice and bright. That's coupled with Lash Boost, as well as a blinged out eyelash curler. That's a nice box set. That's available for $220, and it's beautifully boxed. It's a great gift to open as well.
I love that. I'm popping up your social media so that we can all find you. I have Instagram up there as R Lissman. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Facebook is Rachael Lorch Lissman. And the website I'm going to put up there one more time, which is rlissman.myrandf.com. So rlissman.
Yeah, myrndf.com. It's spelled out. Yeah, when you pop it up there, you'll be able to see it.
Lissman. Let me make sure I get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everybody join Rachael and her beautiful skin. I do have one question before I let you go. So with the clay mask that I have in my Redefine, it has some texture to it.
Mm-hmm.
Should I use one of these every day, or should I just use my fingertips?
Use your fingertips. Using one of those might be a little bit too harsh for you. So you want to, and that the mask does have some sort of exfoliant in it, so you wouldn't want to combine sort of like that electric motion with your fingertips is the best, and you want to let it dry also, and then this way it sets for a few minutes.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be any sort of extended period of time. I often put it on, brush my teeth, and then go back and wash it off. You know, that type of thing. So
okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. I do have to be really careful. I think there's millions of people out there with very sensitive skin. And with the products that I buy and Redefine, I also get, and I want to talk about this one, the eye cream, if everybody can see that. Tell us just a little bit about the Redefine. This is a multifunction eye cream.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us about that you can also purchase with the kit.
So the eye cream is also, we've termed it eye crack in many cases. It targets, again, puffiness, dark circles, and, that crepiness that you sort of get, under the eye is very thin skin. And also looks to target crow's feet as well. So you want to even use that on like the outside of your eyes to help with those crow's feet, the smile lines, things like that.
Okay.
So that helps. It's actually a great complement to the bright eye complex. You can use them, with one another, and it just even gives you it's like a dynamic duo.
Love it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm going to continue to enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you so much for having me. And, if anyone has any questions, again, reach out, message me on my Facebook page. I also have a business page, which I'm happy to add anyone to.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you. Enjoy your day. I'm privileged to have you on the show. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Bye. All right, everybody. So go check out the website. Go invite yourself into the world of Rachael Lissman, and she is going to help you with your skin in every which way. These products really, truly are great. And I just want to show the redefine here. So we had a little meeting in New York City when I was up there living there a couple of years ago. And it was one of the most insightful meetings that I've had, because she came up to me, and we're similar in age. I went to high school with her brother, which of course is my age. And she was only a year or two behind us, but I think there's only 18 months between her and her brother. And she walked into the meeting. She lives in New York City. We know the air. We know the stress of that. We know everything about what it's like to live in Manhattan. And it can age you, and you can see it in your skin. You can see it especially around your eyes for a woman. And she shows up, and I mean, her skin is virtually poreless. And I'm sitting there across from her, and I'm like, okay, I've got to make this happen. I have to figure out how I can get these products. And she has some very creative ways. If you don't have the cash right now to lay down to buy the entire line, talk to her, because she has a couple of different options that may be right for you. Rodan and Fields is a great company. As she had mentioned, it was birthed out of Proactive. And a lot of us who have used Proactive back in the day, in the 90s when it came out and when it was really very prevalent, it's a great product. And so is Rodan and Fields. So check it out, get the lash boost, get so many of the different products, because as I've had children and I've aged and I've lost some weight, I was noticing a little bit of like crepiness right here. It wasn't wrinkles, it was just like loose. And I'm like, ah, what is that? So she's helped me with that. It's all back. No worries, guys. It's all back, and it's all nice and firm, and it can firm up a lot of other parts of your body too. So go check it out. It's totally cool. Up here is her website. So I'm going to bring down the website, and we're going to continue on with the show. I'm really very thankful and grateful that you stayed and you watched and you listened, and it's just fantastic products. I mean, none of us want age spots or wrinkles or any of that kind of stuff. And she's going to help you. So rewind this, check her out, see how you can get a hold of her. Rachael Lorch Lissman on Facebook, R Lissman on Instagram, and then her website was up there as well. I have for you the news. Are we ready for the news? Because it's super, super entertaining today. Get my little professional jacket on. Here we go. Are you ready? I think we're ready. Today is December 5th, 2017, and trending in the news today. According to abcnews.com, Santa was spotted falling from the sky in Florida in an effort to bring an elf on the shelf to a 9-year-old girl. Adorable. Unfortunately for Santa, he broke his leg in the landing, which will put him back to a mandatory 6-week retraining program at the Reindeer Flight School in the North Pole. Mrs. Claus, and I'm going to stop because Mrs. Claus, see, there we go, there's Santa. And then Santa had to answer to this. Mrs. Claus was reported asking him why he decided to be an asshat before his big Christmas Eve run. Thank you, Getty Images, for the profound picture. Apparently, tensions are running high at the North Pole. So sad. So sad. A bunch of lost elves. They're going to have to go through therapy and wonder, why is mommy and daddy fighting when Santa thought he could fly? More in the news from an aerial height. Astronauts are making our earthly pizza parties look boring. While astronauts at the International Space Station made pizzas and had fun flying them around and catching and tasting the edible flying saucers known to man in space. The aliens just thought they were bizarre. Finally, in the news today, I hope you're ready. Here they are, making their pizzas. A possum broke into a liquor store in Florida and had a party for one. The store owner explained that the possum came in through the rafters and knocked over a bottle of its favorite booze, then drank the entire bottle. The marsupial was treated with fluids and care, but was reported to have a hangover the next day. Other woodland creatures are concerned about this marsupial gone wild and hope that the situation doesn't escalate, like the cat that was banned from the library, who is now drawing excessive social media attention. Follow. Lock up your pets, folks. The world is coming to an end, and it's ending with literate cats and drunk possums. There it is. And that's all in today's bizarre and wildly weird news. That's it. As I always say, it's the real news. I cited the website, go Google it, because it's true and it's real. And today, as I had mentioned, is December 5th. It's going to be a very, 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 very busy day for you. So I did start the show an hour late, and I apologize for that, because according to the Old Farmer's Almanac, you have a lot to get caught up on. A lot today. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. It is the day to quit smoking, to start a brew, to pickle or make sauerkraut, to begin a diet to lose weight, to ask for a loan, to mow to decrease growth, to plant below crops, breed animals, wean animals or children, and slaughter livestock. All in one day. Like some days, all we have is just cut our hair to promote growth. But all in one day, there you go. You got to slaughter your animals. You have to make a little bit of sauerkraut, start drinking, stop smoking. There you have it. It's the Old Farmer's Almanac. And that is what we should be doing. If you're not doing that, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. But coming up this week, I have some amazing things, and I hope that you all tune in. We have the very, very handsome, and let me pop his little handsome face up here so that you can agree with me 110%. There he is. Chris Shirley is going to join me for an industry chat tomorrow night. He has been on so many things, so many things, with so many years of experience behind him. And go check him out. Chris Shirley on Facebook. He's on, of course, IMDb. He's all over the place. And he's just so yummy to look at. So we're just going to sit here and look and listen. And that's going to be tomorrow at 9:30. So join us with Chris Shirley. And I want to say hello to a couple of people. Larry, good to see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. And finally, of course, a little bit of motivation. Tuesday is really the day that starts my week. Monday is pandemonium. So Tuesday begins my week. And of course, I'm referencing my motivation, my daily wisdom for mothers, which I have not purchased the Daily Wisdom for Fathers quite yet, but I'm going to, because I'm curious to see what the differences are. I want to find the two likeness in messages and see how they differ for men and women, because as we all know, we communicate very differently. But today is the I love you debate. And on page 110 in the Daily Wisdom for Mothers, it discusses I love you and saying I love you to your children. And when I had my first baby girl, I was told at the age of 17, 18 that I'd never have any children. So once I was nearing my middle 20s, I had my first baby, and she was just the end all be all. I mean, she was a miracle. I thought, I don't know how this happened, but it's got to be a miracle, because I was told that I never have any children. And so since she was born, I've been very open with being huggy and say, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I love my parents 110%, but I am one of those people that grew up in a household where we didn't really say it all that often. And it was known, we knew it, but we just didn't say it. And I've kind of forced the envelope on that with my parents. So once I became a parent, I make sure that I reach out, because I see the time that we're given on this earth is so limited. And I think that you should be someone's blessing. And it takes a lot. It takes so much to get you in line with yourself and your being to be able to be a blessing to anybody else. It's not just something that you wake up and you do. It takes a lot of wisdom and understanding, as easy as it is. And so with the I love you debate, some people see it as, well, I show you that I love you. I don't always have to tell my husband that I love you. I don't always have to tell, people saying, I don't always have to tell my children that I love them. I don't need to tell them this, that, and the other. But I disagree. I think that you do. I think that if you're blessed with the sanctity of marriage, tell one another that you love each other. Make sure that you pray together. Make sure that you respect the same values together, because I think that's going to keep you together. And it's a challenge. It's a real challenge to be able to be in a relationship and make it work, and especially make it work with children, because that's a totally different ball game. Like, totally. Any of you out there, young, married, old, married, whatever, and no kids, but you're thinking about having kids, whoo! It's like, put on your game face, because it's difficult, and it challenges your love. It challenges your relationship. It challenges how faithful and honest you're going to be with each other. And so my message is just be open, love each other. I love it when I see success of others, even if people could classify them as competition, which I don't believe in competition. I think if you're doing you, there is no competition. Competition doesn't exist if you're playing your own game. But there's always somebody that seems like they're as strong as you are, that maybe has the same look as you are, that's maybe trying to brand themselves the same way as you are. And I prop them up. I think women no other way to put this. Women, stop bitching. Please stop complaining. Because when you really look at it, you don't have anything to complain about. You're all beautiful in the way that you are made. Someone loves you for you and who you are. And if you have that, who cares about the rest of the crap? Who cares if your family can't take out the garbage? Who cares if he forgot an anniversary? Come on. It's okay. Just communicate. Girls, if we just communicate, we got nothing to bitch about. There it is. So prop each other up. We are not here to scowl at each other. We are not here to get jealous with each other because somebody's wearing the same dress that you are, but she's doing it better. It's all about hard work. Put the hard work in. You can be anything you want to be. You can look like anything you want to look like. For Christ's sake, I've had 5 kids and I work out 2 hours every day because I feel good that way. And I don't care what you look like. Do what makes you feel good and what makes you healthy. And in my health condition, it's a part of my condition that I have to work out the way that I do. I get to earn the rewards of staying fit, which I prefer. So it is what it is. We're all doing our own thing. And I want you to continue doing your own thing because I love you and I love all of you. And let's make sure that we say that with our hearts and not our heads, because I love you comes from your heart. It's okay to let it free. It's okay to let it beat. Nobody can take it from you. Nobody's going to break it. Nobody can do anything to your heart unless you allow them to. And even then, they can't destroy you. So love your day. I love you and have a great one. Until next time, join me tomorrow night with our industry chat with Chris Shirley. And he is going to blow your mind with his wonderful, wonderful advice and his story. And of course, his good looks. Everybody loves a great looking man. All right. I'll see you later. Mwah. Love you. This is the Caffeinated Cooper Show.